In today's video, I want to take you guys through how I started content creating journey. A lot of people have personally asked me these questions, and I feel like I've not also properly sat down here to tell you guys how I started content creating journey from a nobody to a somebody, from someone earning zero to someone earning in dollars. Let me just you guys how YouTube changed my life on YouTube. Anyways, hello beautiful people. So YouTube has really changed my life. When I mean YouTube has really changed my life a lot ever since I encountered this particular platform called YouTube. That is why when you see me come here and I tag any of my videos like, oh, the latest YouTube Millionaire, just know that YouTube has done me so well. So if you don't know, from a nobody to a somebody, from someone that is working and barely even earning up to 50,000 naira to someone that is earning over 100,000 naira every single month, for someone that is zero-less, cashless when it comes to dollar to earning hundreds of dollars or even up to thousands of dollars, just depending on how the month or the performance of the month actually goes. Yes, YouTube has changed my life. So in today's video, I'll break down how I started YouTube. Anyway, so I started YouTube 3 years ago, and in my 3 years of starting YouTube, one thing that has really kept me going is the spirit of consistency, because I just told myself that the only way I can make it down here on this same YouTube street is when I apply that thing called consistency. And that is why I do not joke when I tell people you have to be consistent on YouTube. Now, I started YouTube 3 years ago, and the reason why I started YouTube that 3 years ago was when I saw Dinah Ekweme, and I saw her video, and she said YouTube, how she became a millionaire housewife. So when I saw that video, how I became a millionaire housewife, I was like, so you simply means I can be a millionaire housewife. As at that time, I was not even married, right? But the truth of the whole matter is, growing up, I'm not this kind of person that I would just love to work. Even when my peers, when my age groups, my classmates will be like, oh, I would love to work here, I would love to work there. Me, I will always said I would love to run a business. So I have personally loved to be that person of doing my own or being my own boss. That's not the hungry me right from time, you understand. So when I saw that Ekweme said she became a YouTube millionaire or a millionaire housewife, I was like, okay, so if YouTube can actually make me a millionaire housewife, why not I go into YouTubing? And in that video, she did an analysis of how much YouTube pay her. And she also talked about how you can start up a YouTube channel, like just bit by bit like that. So I have to go into research, but because at that time, I didn't even know that YouTube will pay, or YouTube is even paying creators. I just feel like YouTube is a place for me whereby if I need anything I want to research, or I need anything that I want to watch, I just basically just go there, check those things, watch, and then go my way. That is how YouTube is. But I didn't know that at some point, right, if I see people on YouTube, I'll be like, how did these people get here? How did these people face get here? You know, all of those confusion you get. I grew up in the north, if you don't know, and we are not really too exposed to this side of YouTubing. Okay, anyways, let's leave that aside. Okay, so when I saw the video, I was really encouraged. I started doing research. I remember the IT guy in my office, I will always ask him, Mr. Larry, I will always ask him, oh, Mr. Larry, how do I create a YouTube account? Is it true that I can create a YouTube account? He was like, you already have a YouTube account now. Sure, you used to comment on their video. You used to. I said, I don't know. How do I create it? So he showed me. He helped me create my first YouTube account. And I started with that first YouTube account that crashed along the line because of some policies that I was not really familiar with, because I didn't have anybody to like direct my path and like show me, okay, this is it. But now this is one of the mindset that I usually run with. I always tell myself that, oh, this lady said she became a millionaire housewife. It simply means I can also become a millionaire housewife. Okay, so even when my first channel failed, my second channel failed, my third channel failed, because of one reason or the other, I will still open another channel. You understand? So in coming to open Vibe with Sonia, I told myself I don't need to be making the same mistake I am making. So now what do? I need to sit down and do research. So I was carrying out my research gradually, what I need to do, what I don't need to do. I went to the YouTube policy. I read the YouTube policy. I googled like different things relating to YouTube. And I was really sure and certain at this point that yes, I can really make money from YouTube. People are really making money from YouTube. So it basically means I can also make money from YouTube, right? So after all my research, Luckily for me, I saw this Port Harcourt Connect, you understand. As at that time, when I opened my other channel, there is one of this, my friend, till now we're still friends, Sarah John. She was always commenting on my video, so I was also commenting on her video. So from there, we became friends. So I was like, oh, can I get your contact and the rest of that? So we exchanged contacts, you understand. So, and mind you, she have like 300 subscribers. And as at that time, I have, I think, less than 100 or 200 subscribers. I can't really remember the actual figure that I have, right? So when this YouTube Connect thing, YouTubers Connect, Port Harcourt YouTubers Connecting, that was proudly organized by Ugoma Ugwanu. I will never forget that. That lady really did something beautiful for me. So I still watch her videos till date. Right now she's in the UK, right? So she organized it, and when she organized it, Sarah invited me. I never knew Ugoma. So Sarah invited me that, am I not going to join this Port Harcourt YouTube? I was like, with this my small subscribers, do you think it is going to be okay for me to join? She was like, yes, join the YouTube, come for the YT. And then I have to ask, okay, where is it holding? So she told me that it is going to be held at, what they call it, Pleasure Park. I was like, oh, Pleasure Park is very close to where I work. So what I will do basically is I'll have to take permission or work for someone, because I was working in a hotel, right? So I took permission from my boss, and I have to work for someone that day so that I can be able, I have to work nights so that I can be able to cover up my morning shift and go for that stuff, right? So I went for that Port Harcourt YouTubers Connect, and that was where I met amazing people, Nancy Amadi, I met Uchechi, I met the Ugoma Ugwanu herself. Like, I met a lot of beautiful souls, right? When I met them, I have to like ask them one or two questions, you know, how is YouTube? Because at that time, Ugoma was already monetized. So she also told us that she will soon be traveling to the UK. I was like, hey, this person won't be my destiny helper, and I don't need to travel to UK. So, but being that, I just have to ask her, how do I do this? Please, how do I locate my YouTube studio and the rest of that? So they showed us a lot of things that we were so grateful for, that I was so grateful for, right? So we had some drinks, we bought some small things, and we enjoyed ourselves, and I was so grateful. Like, that connect really helped me in this my present life. So after the connect, so we collected number, we exchanged number. So basically, if you have questions, you can call, you can also comment in the group. She created a WhatsApp channel, a WhatsApp group, that I know WhatsApp channel now, a WhatsApp group as well, where we were already connecting and talking to each other, right? So not until I was also researching, I was now looking for, how do I get 1,000 subscribers? Because I was so worried. I was like, I need to start making money ASAP. Okay, even if not anything, at least if you can get 1,000 or $1,000, because she now told me that you get paid in dollar, you know, different things that we don't even know. It was just looking like this is the reality because she's monetized. And as at that time as well, Nancy Amadi was just very close to monetization. So she have up to 3,900 and something, just many very small for her to get monetized, right? So now it was not like a challenge for me, like, how do I get monetized? God, how do I do this thing? I looked out for collaborations, and I go for collaborations. And I remember the first collaboration I did was my Kemiki Manata collaborated. I collaborated with what's her name as well, Sarah John, and other small YouTubers. Nancy Amadi, we also collaborated. Gift Morgan. I was also looking out for how we collaborate so that we can at least get subscribers spied up. Then what's her name? Sarah Nan told me something one day. She was like, there's this Telegram group that you can actually get your 1,000 subscribers. I was like, what? Why not? In the Telegram group, I can get my 1,000 subscribers. She was like, but the thing is, if you get 1,000 subscribers there, you're going to suffer for views for a month. My point is, let me just get monetized. That was just what was very important to me. I don't even care if the views are not going to come again, but let me just get monetized, right? So I say, she said I should chat Nancy Amadi up. I chatted Nancy Amadi, and Nancy Amadi actually added me to the group. And that is where the hustle started. So we started doing, you know, you love me, I love you, sharing love to each other, connecting to each other like that. So before you know, I got 400 subscribers, 500 subscribers. I celebrated, yay, 500 subscribers. Before you know, I got my 1,000 subscribers. You guys do not know the joy I had that day. So, and in that group, then I said, okay, now that you've gotten your 1,000 subscribers, it is left for you now to look out for how you can get your 4,000 watch hour. I was really very anxious. I started asking Nancy Amadi, how do I get my 4,000 watch hour? She said, oh, you can do silent live stream. She introduced me to silent live stream. I started doing silent live stream. She now also introduced me to a particular live stream. What's that her name? Deaconess Bless K. I went to Deaconess Bless K. That was where I met Ogom Series. like in that Deaconess Bless K chat and the rest of that were connected. So she will also say, oh, you people should connect to connect. She will now be teaching us how to get the watch hour and the rest of that. And I was like, okay, if this is the game, then let's play it. That was why I started doing live stream back to back. As I was doing live stream back to back, I was now looking for people that can actually help me run my playlist, because they also told me that if I have someone in abroad, and as at that time I don't have anybody abroad, so who would definitely be doing all of that for me? And running it in Nigeria is very expensive. But the grace that actually stood out for me as well was because I was working, and where I was working, I was in charge of the internet, right? So since I'm in charge of the internet, it was not so difficult for me to get internet. So what I just do is I place my laptop, I place the company's laptop, I collect my colleagues' phones and the rest of that. I beg them collect their phone and tell them that, oh, I want to run their playlist. Even if they want to go and sleep, I will knock. I will be like, that time I was now working more of night shift just because of this, right? It gets to a point I don't even have to go to my house. Sometimes I'll spend like 1 month in the facility, 2 months in the facility, 1 week, 2 weeks, just because I just want to make sure I meet up with my watch hour, right? So luckily for me again, God blessed me with another woman. She stays in India, right? So I met her. She chatted me up on the group that, oh, we should exchange this thing. I said, oh, I've gotten 1,000, but let me just give you the one I have. She said, okay, no problem. So I gave her the one she had, and she now said, oh, I've seen your channel. Do you know this? So she was now introducing me to new things I've not heard on YouTube. I was like, no, I don't know. Please, can I have your WhatsApp number? So she gave me her WhatsApp number, and we started communicating from there. And she now said, okay, I can help you run the watch hour as well. So she helped me to like run. That was I will never forget that lady, right? She helped me run my watch hour, and before you know, 4,000 watch hour completed. And I was asking her, okay, I want to monetize. How do I do this? So she now, don't worry, I got you covered. So she now ran the monetization process for me. Now told me, oh, get this document, get that document. So before that time of completing my 4,000 watch hours, she already told me the document I will need. I already browsed as well. So I have to get those documents ready. So once the time for monetization came, she just monetized it for me ASAP, okay? And before I can do jack, I saw you are accepted into the YouTube monetization program. I was like, this is the game thing. So that was how I was monetized. And when I was monetized, I remember calling all my family members, right? Saying, oh, the Lord has done it. I'm monetized. Don't worry. Next month, people will not understand me again. I'll be sending you guys money. I'll be doing this. I'll be doing that. Guys, after monetization, it took me 6 months to get monetized on YouTube, right? From the day I started this particular new channel, which was on June 18, right? It took me 6 months and to get monetized. Then it took me another 6 months, because that first month I was telling all my family members that, oh, I have money now. I'll give people money. Guys, I think it was 9 cents. It was not 9 cents. It was $9 or $11. And what actually boosted my money to go up a bit that time was because I did one TikTok tutorial video, and that TikTok tutorial video were now getting more attention and the rest of that. So I was like, Jesus Christ, $9. What is this? What do I do with $9? You know, when months end, now people are calling you because you don't already make math, and then you're telling them that it's not as if people are thinking. So I went to check out other people's, how much they were able to earn during their first time. And I saw that some persons were like, oh, $3, some $5, some $10. I was like, okay, my own at least is even better. But I just encourage myself, in as much as I can make, even if it's just $1, I'm grateful, right? So that was how I keep doing what I knew how to do best. I was just looking for ways to upgrade myself every single moment. On every video that I bring, is either I look for how I'll recreate thumbnail, or how to set my camera, because I was doing more vlog that time, or how to make sure that my title is catchy and the rest of that. And I remember Dinah Ekweme's masterclass. I remember seeing her masterclass, and I was looking for money so badly to join the masterclass. Up till this thing closed, the masterclass closed, I was not able to attend because I was not able to get money to attend. And as at that time, when I saw the masterclass, not be when months the end, maybe say I will say, okay, whenever I get my salary, I will just, 3 years ago, at least 9,000 money compared to now, right? So I was not able to join the masterclass as well. So to God be the glory, fast forward, after 6 months on YouTube, I received my first paid check, and that money I received was everything I made, I think it was $116, and YouTube took their own and sent some 100 and something to me, you understand? And it was like I'm in heaven, because at that time I already opened a dollar account, right? I already converted my naira to dollar, opened a dollar account. But when I saw that 100 and something USDT, like I was dancing, I was screaming, I was shouting, I was thanking God. But now, this is the thing. The first money I made on this same YouTube street, I never spent that money on myself. I never spent that money on things I knew that they were very important to me. I sent that particular money I made to 4 sets of persons. I know I've never get to say this on my live stream, but this is me just saying this to encourage someone out there. Now, I collected the money and it was Glory Rain. That time it was 5 Nights of Glory, which is a Salvation Ministry 5 Nights of Glory. I sent half of the money. I exchanged it to Naira and I sent half of the money because I told God that with this thing I want to do for you, no make shame catch me for this YouTube streets. I sent half of the money to the church we had a project going on after the Glory Rain, like we're building our cathedral. I can proudly say, you see this, our Salvation Ministry cathedral, I am a partaker, right? So I sent half of the money to the church. And then I sent half, not half again. I splitted the remaining money into 3 and I sent it to the most important people in my life, which is I gave my dad, I sent some to my dad, I sent some to my mom and I asked them to pray for me. And I sent the last one to our first daughter, which is our firstborn, like my mom's firstborn, because she took out all her time and her effort to be able to see me through school. And I told the 3 of them to pray for me, and they prayed for me and they said my hands will never run dry, you know, my YouTube will be successful. And I also wrote down my prayer request on the one I attached to the one I sent to the church, but church took half of it, you understand? So that was what I did with my first earning on YouTube. So after that, I started creating content again to get the money now. Instead of 6 months now, it took me about 3 months for me to get another paycheck again. I was like, okay, this thing is becoming more interesting. At least the process is becoming more easy for me. It gets to a point again, I created my second YouTube channel. Before you know, in 3 months, that channel was monetized, which is the Make Money with Sonia right now. The channel got monetized and I was posting more of poppo live stream apps people can make money from, all these live streaming apps and the rest of that. I was posting back to back and a lot of people were very interested. So at that time, even when this my lifestyle channel was not really giving me what I want, that particular one will not give me money that I will add together that will make me get my paycheck. So if I don't get paycheck in at least 1 month, remember it was 3 months before, and I started getting my paycheck every 2 months. So this lifestyle channel might bring USDT, and this one will bring 40, 50 or 35 sometime. So if it brings in this month, I accumulate them, then it will be there. You know, as YouTube usually puts them there until you get your $100 threshold. Then the next month it will complete. Then they will pay me in the next 3rd month, you get. So that was how the roller coaster was. But I was so grateful because even when I was working, I just know that, okay, I have something here that is getting me something in my account. But what I never did was I never quit my job when it was not all that rosy, right? And secondly, I was looking for apps and websites to also live stream, especially places like TikTok helped me a whole lot, you understand? So I was looking for how I can at least live stream and get something to my account at least before that one we accumulate, you get. And now we get to a point whereby every single month YouTube started paying me because I started building an audience that I know that this is just really what I am good for. Tutorial is just what I know that I'm good for. I started studying my analytics and I started looking at which of my videos are performing very well. I noticed that most of the tutorial videos I do, because I was not taking tutorials really serious, I'll just do it like, okay, I just want to be putting out my lifestyle here. I just told myself, Sonia, even this lifestyle that you're putting here, you can still put it in another channel. You can open a new channel, just build a brand for yourself. And that was how I was able to build the vibe with Sonia Brown that today I am so proud of. YouTube changed my life. YouTube has really put me to that place that I never expected to be. YouTube has really made me, like, there is a particular month I got paid on YouTube that I looked at my account and I was crying, and I remember what I did with my first YouTube paycheck, you understand? And I was like, this is really God in action. See, there is nothing you believe that it will not come to pass for you. If you're still struggling on this YouTube street and you think that there is no hope for you, I just want you to know that there is hope for every single YouTuber. That's one thing you need to know. The process might be long, but it will definitely come to pass. If you want us to do a YouTube Connect for those ones in Port Harcourt, because I know that those ones outside Port Harcourt or outside Nigeria will not be able to attend. If you want us to do YouTube Connect, let me know in the comment section. If I get more positive vibes on getting YouTube Connect, I will try my possible best so that we can organize YouTube Connect connect with each other and learn how to collaborate, and also learn more from our base. So let me know in the comment section. Anyways, thank you so much for staying stick and hook me to the end of this video. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do what? Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other persons to get this good news. If you have any of your YouTube journey you want me to actually hear, please feel free and share on your YouTube channel. Tag me so that I can actually hear and also help you share as my loyal friends. Anyways, with no further ado, like I say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye. I love you guys.